Hi everyone. Welcome to another Sunday service from the Living Miracles Monastery. We have some beautiful songs we want to share with you, and today is a kind of a beautiful day where everyone here at the monastery has a part in the service. There's just one person you might not see, but he's behind the scenes, which is Andy. And that's it. Everyone else will be featured in this service. So, yeah. And Lauren is joining us today to sing, which feels very beautiful. She had a prayer the other day, like a lot of intensity came through, and she heard the prompt to sing with me. And I can't think of a better reason to sing together than that. So it feels very beautiful. We've just been coming together, and yeah, we just want to sing our hearts out and give you everything that's in our hearts today. So.
Dream your sweet dreams till your soul is released. Know you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dreams till your soul is released. Beloved child, my heart is yours. Beloved child, go out and open doors with your love, with your faith, with your compassion, with your grace, oh, with your grace. Know you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dreams till your soul is released. Know you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dreams till your soul is released. Beloved child, you are the light of the world. Beloved child, go out, spread light to the world. Be strong, be kind, be brave. Know you're mine, know that you're divine. Know that it's alright to be afraid. Know you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dreams till your soul is released. Know you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dreams till your soul is released. Know you are loved. Rest in peace. Dream your sweet dreams till your soul is released. know that you will be with me when I'm standing in the fire. I will not be overcome. Through the valley of the shadow, I will not fear. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. In the midst of deep sorrow, I see your light is breaking through. The dark of night will not overtake me. I'm pressing into you. Lord, you fight my every battle, and I will not fear. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. You're my strength, you're my defender, you're my refuge in the storm. Through these trials, you've always been faithful. You bring healing to my soul. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me. I am not alone. I am not alone. You will go before me. You will never leave me.
Thank you. Pete will get into position now to do the service.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here again today. Oh, wow. I love it how every week the songs are so different that we do. And even the fact that Lauren joined us this week too, it's just so beautiful. And I love it because every week we're just joining together in prayer and we're saying, what is it for now? And it's so beautiful because at the start of the week, one of our morning meetings, Lauren said, oh yeah, I really feel like I want to sing with Susanna. And we could all feel the spark underneath that. And you know, she hadn't sung with us before, but it's just felt so beautiful through the week. Like her and Susanna's voices are just so beautiful together, and like such a calm and a rest. think after doing these songs together, it puts me into such a state. Maybe I'll just kind of start to zone out in this blissful joy. Yeah, well, I did a little live video this morning, just a short one on Facebook, and it was just really a gratitude video. We've all been together here. I've been here since late June now at the monastery, and it's been such a wonderfully deep time together. And yeah, it was beautiful. The other day, I was just saying at the table, I'm so grateful that we get to come together and just be in prayer and with the Spirit and say, what is it for us today? And everybody shares their hearts and puts it out on the table, what's on their heart for the day. And from that, we all just kind of like feel into it. But when we all have that joint prayer together and we place everything on the table, even if it's a whim or, even if something is not really for that time, everything is placed out there and perfect timing comes in for everything. And we feel so joyful and so happy that the Spirit is leading the way and God is leading the way. I said at the table too, like, I'm so grateful for prayer, our prayer time together. And, Elle at the time, I remember Elle, you said, what's prayer? Which part is the prayer that we're doing? And is it the silent time before we come together? And I was like, well, yes. And it's also the sharing, all the sharing that we do together. And that was like a beautiful recognition for myself as well. Like it's a prayer because, yeah, we all want to get in touch with the prayer of our heart, that spark, that joy, that light within us, and be able to bring that to the table. And in fact, yeah, David just said the other day, if we don't bring that joy forth, like if we don't allow that joy for ourselves and getting in touch with our heart, then it's just going to be the ego doubt will come up instead. So it's like we really want to give that space to allowing ourselves to get in touch with that. Yeah, I've had a lot of inspiration just around our spirit given function together. And our function is like forgiveness. And I'm so glad that, I don't even have to know the way how to forgive, really. It's been such a beautiful pathway, so graceful in that way. We all just have this willingness, like I want to feel happy and I want to be, lit up. I want to be so bright with the Spirit. And that's my prayer. And then I think we've all said yes to that. Like that's what we want. And then we're all drawn together. And I love that song that we just did, I Am Not Alone. Because I think, for many of us on the spiritual pathway, there can seem to be a time where it even seems fearful to come towards our brothers. And a lot of us, might even start the course as a solo journey. They say it's a solo study book, but in practical application, it seems like the Spirit is joining us together all the time. And in this community, I know David, he loves to talk about collaboration, and we all love the word collaboration because there's just such a joy about it. The word even makes me think of like we talk about the Beatles. Sometimes we love watching Beatles movies, and because they were so collaborative, George Harrison, and they collaborated with Jim Henson and the Muppets, and everything was such a joyful combination. They didn't put up any limitation to how they were going to extend. And that's what I feel for ourselves. Like, we love reaching out and sometimes, people will come. We had Alex Serra, who's a really beautiful musician, and he heard we were down in Mexico, and even he came to visit our property. And it was such a gift because one of the girls in our community, Deborah, she totally loved Alex Serra, and it just totally lit up. Like it was so beautiful, the session, and it turned out he really loved David and had been following him for some time. But I love to see how different worlds kind of cross over it, and we can be so open to how it's going to look. It doesn't have to look any one certain way, or the collaborations don't have to look any one certain way. Yeah, it's been such a beautiful gift. And soon I'm going to be actually going down to Mexico tomorrow. I have to keep checking in. Is that true? And I'll be going to Casa Quantico again, and that's where ISO lives, and also many of our community members. ISO the cat. And I'm kind of looking forward to also joining with ones too who are here on devotional stay. We've had a few devotional stays who've been coming, and I just love it for myself. I've been joining with Elle here for the past month, and I just realize what a gift it is for me every time we connect together, because it's like I'm not even, day to day, I sometimes I'm just not even aware of the gifts that I have to give until they're pulled out of me. And I think it's the same for everybody. Like until, we say that yes to God, and like I want to feel connected in mind. I don't want to be alone anymore. And Spirit is so willing to rush in with all the symbols, all the mighty companions who are going to come up just so he can pull the message out of us. They can seemingly pull the message out of us so we can be aware of the gifts that the Spirit has given us and be so lit up with that. And that's what I love with Elle, because each time we join together, I kind of feel like we connect, and I'm like, I'll say something and I'll be like, oh yeah, that is true. Oh yeah, that is true. And it's such a beautiful thing, but I love it. That's how Spirit uses our collaborations. And yeah, I was reading this chapter, the special function, and it was so beautiful because I wanted to read more about that. I couldn't remember too much exactly of what it said, but it was all around how the Spirit can use all the specialness that we've seemingly come to this world with, that we've made up, all the relationships. He can use everything and reinterpret it. And that's what our special function is. It's going from the ego's specialness of like special hate or individuality, autonomy, and it's using all relationships in such a fresh new way. And it's so beautiful. Like we don't have to turn away anything. We don't have to deny anything from our past or our abilities, but everything is retranslated. Yeah, and talked about just looking with forgiving eyes. And I love how everything is just healed in that. Like we don't, as I said, like we don't even have to know the plan of forgiveness for ourselves. Like we don't have to try personally to forgive, but we're just turning up. We're just showing up in our willingness and saying yes to God. And everything that's been stuck in our mind, even the old tricky relationships, the ones that we seem to have maybe with family or old friends or bosses or whatever it was, where we felt this difficult dynamic, we don't have to personally try to heal these things where, okay, I'm going to work away at it and I'm going to be stronger next time or whatever it is. But it's like, no, the Spirit says, just go towards me, put the kingdom of heaven first and see what lights up, see where your heart is drawn, and keep in mind that it was a yes to God. Lead with that. This is the answer to my prayer. This is the yes to God. And then when these relationships show up, even if they seem to trigger old things, know that they're turning up for a new purpose now. They're turning up to be healed. And it's so beautiful because that's the way function can be used, special function, where it seems that we have something in particular we seem to be doing, like extending an ability or joining with a particular brother. The function is forgiveness, but there seems to be specific means that come in for that. And so, yeah, I'm just so grateful because that's been my time here, and this is what we do every day in the community. And yeah, I wanted to also invite Elle up because that's going to be a bit that we share about. So maybe you could come up, Elle, now. Elle's actually been behind our camera. She's one of the two studio members that you haven't seen today. Yeah, yeah, thanks for joining, Elle.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, we've got two TVs,
got
so we're
some
looking
waves.
around. We can't really see that one. Yeah. Yeah, but I loved your willingness, Elle, because I remember like when you first came here, you put your hand up to be here for a month and you didn't really know what it was going to be. And there was a little bit of fear in the mind as well. Like, what if intensity comes up. But you were here for Strawberry, and I remember when I talked to you at Strawberry, like there was just this kind of like a feeling of recognition that I had, like you were already here in a way. That was even before you applied. But I
Mm.
remembered that feeling of like, and so when I heard that you applied for a devotional stay, it also kind of made me feel like, wow, that was, it feels so in alignment, like the plan was already set in advance. And maybe what was your prayer that you had like before coming here? Do you remember?
Yeah, the prayer was about releasing or letting go of the blocks that I had to love because I just knew I had a lot of fear of love and blocks that kept me from connecting with people and even spirit and Jesus and God. So I I felt that that came in when I was writing my application. Um, that sort of the bottom line was that, and I knew that we would be uh, practicing no people pleasing and no private thoughts, and that felt very inspiring to me because um, I was thoroughly aware of some deep private thoughts that were just on a loop with me about um, unworthiness and judgment of myself and judgment of other people. So I, didn't quite know how it would all happen that these things would be um, released, but I knew I really wanted that.
Beautiful, yeah.
Mm.
And so how was it like in the first week?
Well, the first week I had a lot of willingness, and there were more people here, and I was just really happy to be here. I remember I would say things like, "Wow, just the vibe here is so healing, and so I can just feel like forgiveness everywhere." And also, uh, um, I could feel, this ability to focus because all the distractions that I had in my life, being out in the world, um, they weren't there. So there was this great um, ability to focus that I don't know, that I didn't know, and then it was sort of time to go deeper. And I remember feeling like I wanted to do the right thing. I wanted to be perfect in how this whole group works together, and I didn't feel like I could do some of the things perfect. And I also felt there was pressure, and I couldn't do the things perfect, and I didn't really have some of the skills that were needed, and then this unworthiness came in, and I got a great chance to look at it
Mm,
and express about it.
mm. Yeah, because I remember you talking too, like there was that thing that you said about wanting to get it right and that feeling of not having skills or abilities, certain things. But then whenever we would join, I'd kind of feel like every time it'd be like, that's not even, you don't even need any skills or abilities. It's not even, necessary. And that we all just felt your yes for coming. And it was really that because it was the same purpose, like the same reason why we're here is why you came as well. Like there's this feeling of I want to heal together. And that's what it was for. And I think it's beautiful too, because I know like there was you'd also feel like a couple triggers would kind of come up when you were like kind of getting into things and moving in a direction. Like sometimes there'd be a couple little clashes that you'd feel, or something would spark a memory of like rightness or wrongness would kind of come in. But then I think you were just sharing with me, especially yesterday and the past week, how you moved through a lot of those attack thoughts that were coming into your mind. I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah. In a lot of cases, it was being able to express to the group because um, they would just upset me so much that I couldn't really, and I wanted to do my function while I was here, and I couldn't do it. I had attack thoughts and judgments of people here, and um, so it was such a release to let go of those private thoughts. And that was done like right here in this room in the morning at the meeting you were talking about, where there would be silent prayer, and then people would begin to talk about what function they felt inspired by for that day, and what was coming in, and then sometimes I would just really need to express my thoughts, and that was not easy, but I really felt better after that. I just felt like, I've been carrying that for a lot of years, and just to let go of that. And then, so in some cases, um, there were a lot of tears actually, but in some cases, yeah, I would then go into function. And some of them were swirls, so they included a lot of people here and almost everybody. And that was the thing that um really showed me, like, all of a sudden I would look at, like, wow, I feel really good. And we're all here, and and maybe I don't know exactly what to contribute to this project, but I'm here, and um I'm watching and I'm listening and I'm seeing how um these mighty companions here interact and collaborate together. And I just have to be willing. And it was like it taught me a lot about surrender, really, because it was like I didn't have to do anything. I gave it. I gave it to the Holy Spirit by expressing it, and then I could just surrender. I think that was, yeah. And then in some cases it wasn't because I expressed. I would just be in my function, and there would be this focus. I could be alone in my function, and I would remember, like, the mind training, like those thoughts I was just thinking, they're not true, they're meaningless, and look for some gratitude and the beauty of the surroundings here. And um yeah.
I think that's so beautiful because I remember you shared with me, like, we were talking about the other day how you could seemingly be kind of like going through like some intensity would be coming up, and even like an attack thought about a certain brother. But then, through prayer for the day, we felt like this specific, like function that we were going to get into, like a very specific thing. We had one day where we were raising curtains on this big structure we have up on the hill, and you were just talking about how everything just kind of all the attack thoughts and doubt thoughts would just fall away when you gave your mind to the function. You just went in that direction. And even the ones that you had attack thoughts with, like those thoughts would drop in that moment when you were there because you were joined in a different purpose. I think that's so
Yeah.
beautiful. I was reading that even in the section of the special, in our special function, because it was talking about like in darkness, we don't know what to do with those attack thoughts with our brother. Like we don't know how to forgive. But when we put that purpose out in front, like putting the light out in front, it gives a new definition. Like spirit gives a new way to look upon a brother. And that's really where the forgiveness happens. Like that's where the healing occurs. It's just through putting the light out in front and going in that direction.
Mm.
Yeah, otherwise we're just kind of like staring blind at the world and trying to make sense of things, but we don't have a context. Like we're just judging one thing apart from another thing. But then when we're leading with the light, it gives a new definition to all the relationships.
Yeah. Is my mic still working? Okay. It off. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, some amazing things happen with some judgments of brothers and then uh, tuning into the Holy Spirit and um, I want to see this differently and all along. Um, yeah, in fact, oh no, this example. One brother had asked me to do something, and I was like, oh, I am not doing that. I don't want to do that. And then, the next day, I'm like, hey, did you still want me to do that? Because it felt completely different about
Right.
like the judgments that I had behind it.
Yeah, you recognize the purpose for
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was like a separation. It was just like, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, El. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, really grateful for your time here. Is there
Mm.
anything else you want to say about the time here? How did it feel altogether?
Oh, I feel like one of the best things I've ever done. Just like being around so much love and music and the challenge. I like a challenge and I guess I should like challenge less and go with ease and inspiration, but um yeah. So, it's just been there's no words. It's just this opening of my heart and changes in my mind. The things that happen to me here are open the space for more clarity, for me to remember, oh yeah, that thought I just had is so meaningless and things like that. So
Mm.
I'm on my way home in a few days and
Yeah.
I want to take it all with me and
That was beautiful too, because weren't even sure about where you were going to be living next when you came in this direction. You didn't have a set home. You're like, okay, I'm trusting, I'm going to go in this direction, but I don't know if I have something to return to or a place to stay. But then you said you just checked out like Airbnb the other day, and the perfect thing showed up for like 1 month in the perfect location. And that kind of felt like it's just a total miracle, like everything is taken care of.
yeah.
Yeah.
Probably because I didn't think about it a lot for the past 4 weeks. I
Yeah, that's
just
right.
was
You just gave yourself to
trusting, and
being
then
here.
then I started to look a little, and 2 nights ago, it was perfect. What seems like a perfect place has come for me to spend a month and look for an apartment. So,
Yeah.
mm, so
Mm.
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Al.
Love you all.
Yeah, thank you.
So nice to see everybody up there on the Zoom screen.
Thanks, love. And, oh, and maybe back to the me. Finding the right camera. Me. Close up. Got it. And that's another thing we're grateful for, Elle. She's taken on being our camera switcher, and that's totally new as well. So she's taken on all these new functions, but it's been so expansive. So, yeah. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody and thank you for all the miracles being here. We watched this beautiful movie the other day. Like some of us went to a town close by and watched this movie called Faith of Angels, and there was this man from I Can Only Imagine, the main actor from I Can Only Imagine, and the whole movie was about this boy who gets based on a true story, a boy who got lost in a mine, and then there's this one man who hears God speak to him. Or hears the voice of the Spirit say, "Help them see," and then he feels compelled to go in the direction like back home from being out camping. And his wife said, "The sheriff has been looking for you. We know you have this map to this mine because as a young child he went through the mines and he looked through them." And he's like, "What? Oh, what's going on?" And it turned out like he just felt so compelled to go in the direction, and he was drawn towards the mine to help find this boy, but he had no idea like the how. And even when he got there and he communicated, he said like, "I want to go in there," and the sheriff said, "No, we're not letting anybody in there who's not a professional, who have the skills, and you don't have the right skills. You're not like a cave diver or one of these specialists." And he was afraid of losing anyone else because a previous mine collapsed. And so anyway, and it took 5 days of this boy being lost in there. And all that time, this guy still heard the voice, help them see. And he's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do with this." He even tried to go into a different entrance in the mine and couldn't get in that way. And finally, he spoke to a couple of the guys who were the searchers who went inside the cave. He talked to them in a cafe, and they said like, you really have a good knowledge of this cave. You're coming with us. We're going to put you on our team and you can come into the cave with us." And at that point, he said, "Oh, well, actually, I don't know about that." And in that moment, he could see how all those previous days, and he was approaching the sheriff so many times, but it was just his own doubt that had been coming up. And he'd been putting it on the sheriff, like, "He's not letting me in the mine." But it was actually, he could see, "Oh my God, it's been my own doubt in my mind all this time, where I've actually been having a no in my mind." So he could see where he was hesitant, but then he finally said, like, "Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna come with you guys." And he had these beautiful, even past memories from when he was a boy, and it being pitch black in the mine, and just being led by a voice that would guide him through these mazes of tunnels. So he had this spiritual experience, but that's what was kind of like also calling out to him and drawing him to get in touch with that guidance again. And so he went in the mine, and he looked in three different places. And the two guys who were searching the mine with him, all that time too, they're kind of like going, "Okay, well, we've been searching here for a while. I think maybe it's time. We're just checking the same places now. Time to maybe let's go back." And he's like, "Shh, shh, shh, just quiet, just quiet." And he just would put his hand on the wall and just listen and get in touch. Like it's almost like he was so sure he could feel the spirit. Like, "I've been drawn here for a reason. I'm so sure of it." And one of the other miners started to get into the same state of mind, and he's like, "Yeah, I can feel something. I can hear something." And really softly they heard the boy calling out. He was just right around the corner in this little spot they just must have missed somehow. So they found this child who was in there who'd been lost for 5 days, and they found him within 25 minutes. And that was like 5 days of professional searchers and everyone looking. But it felt like it was all just used to show him, look what happens when you say yes to that voice that's calling out to you and you follow your heart. And even though you didn't have the skills or anything like that, you were so willing, and you were so willing to bring the light for those who were just trying to use past experience and past skills. And it was used as a massive example of like, that's the power of listening and trusting. So yeah, I think that was just such a beautiful example of like, yeah, we all have that special function, that calling within us, and we're all being drawn closer and closer together. Yeah, so thank you everybody for just joining with me on these Sunday services too. I've been here for the past three. This is my third. I'm going back to Mexico soon, and then we're going to have some more adventures. I think we'll have a few more worship services too. and also a lot more music adventures coming too. We're going to be back in the States with a music tour next year. I think I mentioned that last week, but that's what's happening. So yeah, thank you so much. But yeah, I thought maybe I could hop back and we could play some more music together.
It's by thy grace that I see. It's by thy grace that I see. It's by thy grace that I see your holy name. It's by thy grace that I feel. It's by thy grace that I feel. It's by thy grace that I feel your holy name. Someday the day shall come when all the glory shall be mine. People will say it is yours, and I shall deny not mine. yourself. The jungle seems to roar. We've all been there before. Be gentle with yourself. Sometimes we get the breaks. Sometimes we make mistakes. Be gentle with yourself. Don't kick yourself around should you fall to the ground. Be gentle with yourself. Just get back into stride and touch the you inside. Inside we're all the same. There's a light that tries to shine out in everything we say and do. Outside it's just a game, but the rules we sometimes play by won't let the light shine through. Let the light shine through. Be gentle with yourself if you wander from the road or break under the load. Be gentle with yourself. Do the best that you can do. In time you will pull through. Be gentle with yourself, for everything will pass. It changes all so fast. Be gentle with yourself. The sun shall rise again. A new day will begin. Inside we're all the same. There's a light that tries to shine out in everything we say and do. Outside it's just a game, but the rules we sometimes play by won't let the light shine through. Let the light shine through. Be gentle with yourself. Inside we're all the same. Be gentle with yourself. Outside it's just a game.
It's beautiful. We're just going for the experience.
Yeah. myself over again.
need to know. I surrender it all. I can't fight anymore. Take me in your arms and teach me the nature of love. Of love. Of love. Of love. May the light of my soul keep guiding me home. Spirit, move me. Where would you have me go? Spirit, show me. What do I need to know? I surrender it all. I can't fight anymore. Take me in your arms and teach me the nature of love. Of love. Of love. Of love.
Well, thank you everyone so much for joining us in this experience. We really wanted to go for an experience, and a present experience, and yeah, so grateful for everyone here and all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.